As a product owner, the number one thing you have to do is do your research. So you gather data and insights from your customers, but also from the internal and external stakeholders. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nkechi and I'm a product owner based in Copenhagen. On today's video, we're going to be talking about what a product owner really does. So if you're interested in that kind of content, please subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button. In the last video, I talked about how I started a job as a product owner in a SaaS company. And today I'll be talking more about what I really do on a day-to-day as a product owner. I will be sharing based off my experience as a product owner who just started this new role, and also based on all the materials and resources that I have been using. There's a lot of things a product owner actually do on a day-to-day basis, a lot of collaboration going on. Absolutely, that'll be a good way to go, like just A/B testing it. Working on it is also part of our OKRs. A lot of meetings and talks with different stakeholders, both internal stakeholders, but also external stakeholders. I'll talk about 7 main things that you cannot escape as a product owner. The first thing is research. You want to make sure that you gather data and enough insight about the customers, but also your internal and external stakeholders and what you'll be working with. The next thing is, after gathering this data, you want to be able to build the product roadmap. So that's containing the vision and the values that you want to deliver. And the third thing is you want to validate these ideas and data that you've gathered. And this involves talking to different stakeholders and collaboration as well. And next, you want to do empirism. And empirism essentially is moving from the known to the unknown. So essentially putting everything together. And once you've done that, you want to be able to do some product backlog management. So how do you order the items and what should you prioritize? And once you've done the product backlog management, there's a lot that goes into that. The next thing is your release management. So what feature do you want to release, or what product do you want to release? The next thing you want to do is reporting. After your release management, you want to get down the insights that you've learned from this particular release and how can you reiterate that. But one thing you need to do as a product owner is do your research. So what do I mean by that? Knowing your customers, what is their behavior, what is their spending, what do they like, what is their pain, what is their want, how do you address this pain? All these things about your customer, knowing your customer, it's very important that you gather this data because this would help you create your product roadmap. And also, when I talk about customers, I'm talking about your external customers, that's the users of the product that you're creating, but also your internal customers. So people that you'll be working closely with, could be somebody in product, it could be someone in engineering, in sales, in marketing, to get to know what exactly your customers really want, what are their needs, what are their pain points. That way you come up with ideas on how you can best deliver value to them. Because as a product owner, the most important thing is you're maximizing value of the development team. The next thing you want to do is to create your product vision, which is the product roadmap. So your product roadmap, this is like the truth to where you're going. This is like the Bible to what you need to do as a product owner. So this will contain the product vision, but also the direction of the company on a larger scale, the departmental vision, and also your team's vision as a product owner. So all this, you have to look at the commercial priorities of the company. Also, your product roadmap should contain what metrics and OKRs that you'll be measuring. What are you looking to get at the end of this product release or feature that you're about to launch or work on? So these are some key things. You also need to analyze what are the costs and benefits of creating a particular product or a particular feature. So once you've built your product roadmap, the next thing you want to do is validation. So what do I mean by validation? You don't want to be a product owner that just work by themselves, but you want to at most points check in with the development team, with the stakeholders, other stakeholders like the customer success team or the sales team or the product team or the engineering team. Depending on how the organization is being set up, you need to make sure that all these things you have on your product roadmap, they're in alignment with these different teams that you'll be working closely with. Because if it's not in alignment, then it's going to be a huge problem for you in the long run. You also need to check out the marketplace. what are the competitions out there, what does it take, what's the cost and benefit to release an MVP, which is a minimum viable product. There are different types of MVP, by the way, but we're not going to go into that in this video. So the next step you want to do is empiricism. So moving from the known to the unknown, gathering all the data and insights from your research and your product roadmap, as well as your validation, and making sure that you're putting all of this together. It's very important because once you're able to do that, you can clearly see with the data what you need to do or how you need to go into backlogging, which is the next thing I'll be talking about, the product backlog management. There's a lot that goes into product backlog management. For the product backlog management, essentially it's about prioritizing. That's the number one key thing, because at the end of all this empiricism, you see that there is a lot to be done. There's a lot of data you've gathered from your stakeholders. There's a lot of pain points from your customers that needs to be addressed. But what is important as a product owner is to make sure that you're prioritizing in the right way to maximize the value that is being produced by the development team. There's a lot of frameworks that you can use for backlog ordering, but we're not going to go into that in this video. And so the product backlog management, based on all the acceptance criteria, you have to order it and make sure that it's ready to be produced or worked upon by the development team. So the next thing is the release management, which is a crucial function of a product owner. So you want to check what are the release strategy? Is it market ready? Is it market fit? Is there a competitive product in the market? Is this a good time to release, or should we hold off from releasing? So all these things you need to make sure that you take it into consideration. And also there are different types of releases. There's a minor release, is it a major release? What type of release is it? So this type of things goes into the release management process. Also with the release management, you're doing a lot of multi-collaboration, cross-functional collaboration, because you're collaborating as well with the sales team, with the customer success team, with the marketing team. So as a product owner, one major skill to have is a communication skill, effective communication skill, because you really do a lot of talking in your day-to-day role. Once the release management is over, the next thing you want to do is reporting. So you want to evaluate the performance of the product, and you want to be able to gather all this data and insights and give a report. How did the product do? Was it a good time to release? What are the key learnings? How can we reiterate that? So these are all the things that goes into reporting as a product owner. And that is a crash course of what a product owner does in a nutshell. If you like the content, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.